Which is the highest mountain in the world? Rocky, Kilimanjaro, Mount Etna, and Mount Everest. First, you know is which mountain in which country. Rocky is actually in which continent? Rocky in USA. Kilimanjaro is in Africa. Mount Etna, it is in Europe, Italy, and Mount Everest, Asia, Nepal. It is the world highest mountain range and its height is 8,848 meter. It is formed by the collision of the two plates that is known as European plate plus Indo-Australian plate. When these two plates collide with each other, what happened? The ocean, which ocean is early? That is the Tethys. Due to the collision of these two plates, this is European plate and this is Indo-Australian, what happened? The sediments of this Tethys rises and it forms Himalaya, and the Mount Everest is the highest peak of Himalaya. See that this is a map of Nepal and it is a Mount Everest 8,850. In most of the book it is written 8,840. Now in Atlas Oxford and Atlas it is 8,850. It is continuously believed that the mountain ranges is height, and that's why the Mount Everest continue uplifted. So see this, it is the Mount Everest, this is the Makalu, it is in also, and that is the Kanchenjunga, it is in Sikkim 8,598. This is the highest peak of Himalaya in India. This is the highest peak of Himalaya. This is the highest peak of Asia. This is the highest peak of the world. But when you talk about the highest peak of Himalaya in India, then it is known as Kanchenjunga. This is 8,598 meters. What is the name of mountain chain that run along the western margin of South America? South America, Appalachian, Andes, Himalaya, and Cordillera. Now, Appalachian is in USA. It is in USA. Andes in South America, Himalaya in Asia, and Cordillera is also in USA. The answer of this question is B, Andes. This is the Andes mountain. It started from the north tip of the South America and continuously goes to the south of the South America. It is the longest mountain range in the world and it is the second most important mountain system in the world after the Himalaya. And see that this is the Aconcagua. Aconcagua is the highest peak of Andes, and it situated in Argentina, and it is situated in Argentina. And that is a Ojo del Saldolo. It is the highest active volcano in the world. In some books you can also read that the Cotopaxi is the highest active mountain in the world, but it is the highest active Ojo del Saldo, and it is in Argentina borders, between the Chile and Argentina border. You have to remember this one. Cotopaxi is also an active volcano. It is in Ecuador, and what most important thing that it is lies on which that is the equator, and it is lies near the equator. So Andes is the correct answer of this. Which of the following mountain will form as a result of collision between two continents? Appalachian, Ural, Himalayan, all of the answer is all of the. Appalachian is in North America, Himalaya is in Asia. It formed by the collision of two plates that is known as Eurasian plate and Indo-Australian plate. Ural is in Europe, interior part of Europe, and it separates the Asia from Europe, that is Ural. Where are the oldest rocks in North America found? Canadian Shield, Rocky Mountain, Appalachian Mountain, Ural Mountain. The answer is Canadian Shield. See this one, that is the Canadian Shield. It is the most important part of the North America. You can say the Canada also. The northern part to remain, and this area is always covered with the ice most of the year, and it is treasure house of all the number of minerals like gold, silver, copper, cobalt, uranium, every type of most important minerals found in this region. So it is a storehouse, or it is a heart of economic of mm, Canada. And you see that is the Laurentian Plateau is also is a part of the Canadian Shield. Longest mountain range in the world is Karakoram, Alps, Andes and Hindu Kush. Now you have to know which contain the Karakoram is known as K2. It is the highest peak of India. Highest peak of India. Alps is in Europe. Mount Blanc is the highest peak of Europe. It is found near French and Italian border. Andes, it is in South America. Sorry, it is in South America. The highest peak of Andes is Aconcagua, and Hindu Kush. It is in Asia, between Pakistan and Afghanistan border. The answer is the largest mountain range in the world is Andes. The highest point of Asia is Mount Everest, Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount McKinley and Elbrus. The answer is A, Mount Everest. It is in Asia, Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, Mount McKinley is actually the highest peak of Alaska range of USA, and Elbrus in Europe. This is the Mount McKinley. It is the highest peak of Alaska range, 6,194 meter. Mount Kilimanjaro. See, this is a Mount Kilimanjaro, 5,898. It is the highest peak of Africa, and it is actually located in the country Tanzania, and this region is also known for the coffee. And that is the Mount Elbrus. That is a Caucasus mountain between the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea, and it is the highest peak of Europe. So this is the highest peak of the world. Asia, this is the highest peak of Africa. It is the highest peak of Europe, and it is the highest peak of Alaska range of North America. Which of the following mountains are called mountain of accumulation? Mountain of accumulation is means the mountain which is formed by the volcanic material. So it is formed by the deposition of the volcanic material, and that is known as the volcanic mountain of accumulation. The answer is this one, volcanic mountain. Fusihama, Cotopaxi are the example of mountain of. The highest peak of South America is Mount Everest, Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount McKinley and Aconcagua. The answer is Aconcagua. Mount Everest is the highest peak of not only the Asia of the world. Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest peak of Africa. It is in Tanzania. Mount McKinley is the highest peak of Alaska range, and the answer is Aconcagua. That is the Mount McKinley. It is in Alaska range. It is a part of USA. It is the highest peak of Alaska range, and also the highest peak of this Rocky Mountain of North America. Also you can say it is the highest mountain range of North America. This is Aconcagua. It is the highest peak of South America or Andes mountain. It is located in Argentina. Which of the following hill is also known as the Elephant Hills? Now what is the difference between the mountain and hill? Mountain means if a elevated land is height is more than 900 meter and its top is like this type cone, and if its height is less than 900 meter, then it's come under the category of hill. Now the answer is this: Nilgiri Hills, Annamalai Hills, Ginnar Hills and Palani Hills. All these are in southern part of India. The answer is C. Ginnar Hills is known as the Elephant Hills. Point of Europe is Elbrus, Corsica, Mount McKinley, Aconcagua. Corsica is in Australia. That is in Australia. It is the highest peak of Australia. It is the highest peak of South America. Mount McKinley is the highest peak of North America. It is in Alaska. The answer is A. Elbrus. Yeah, Elbrus. This is the Caucasus mountain, and that is the Elbrus. It is the highest peak of Europe between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, and its height is 5,642 meter. And this is in actually in Russian part of where this highest Elbrus is found. Which of the following is the oldest mountain range in India? Satpura, Vindhyachal, Aravalli, Himalaya. The answer is C. Aravalli. If you see the location, that is the Aravalli Hills. The highest peak of Aravalli is Guru Shikhar, 1,222 meter. That is the Satpura range, that is the Vindhyachal range, and that is the Himalayan range. The answer of this question is correct, that is Aravalli. Kanchenjunga is situated in which state? Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh. The answer is C. Sikkim. This is Kanchenjunga, 8,598 meter. It is the highest peak of Himalaya in India. There is a confusion between which is the highest peak of India. But when we talk about the highest peak of India, only India, then that is known as K2, Godin Austin, or Karakoram. When we talk about the highest peak of Himalaya in India, then this answer is Kanchenjunga is the highest peak of Himalaya in India. Side of mountain can be the leeward side, windward side, left and right. Now you can see the answer. This is the mountain. If the wind comes from this side, or then what happened? The winds collide with here, so rainfall take place here. So this is the windward side, and this word is the leeward side. So which side does not receive the mountain rainfall? That is this region, and that where we found desert. See this map, that is the Aravalli range. The monsoon which collide with the Aravalli range receives the rainfall in this, but this region does not receive any rainfall. That's why, because it is the leeward side of the Aravalli mountain. So here we found the Thar desert. Same things happen in the southern part also, that is the Western Ghat. The wind which is collide comes from this Arabian Sea, collide with this Western Ghats, so this area get the maximum rainfall, that is the windward side. But a part of this, the other side of this Western Ghat is leeward side, it does not receive so much rainfall, so that is not come under the part of evergreen forest. You see the evergreen forest found in this area, not evergreen forest in this area, because this is the leeward side of the mountain. Most of Appalachian mountains formed during the Appalachian is in USA, in Cenozoic, Mesozoic, Paleozoic, and Precambrian. The answer is the Mesozoic age. Which of the following list correctly gives the sequence of that led to the development of the formation of main boundary thrust, that is known as MBT, formation of main central MCT, collision of Indian Eurasian continental, formation of volcanic arc on the southern edge of Eurasia. So which answer is the correct of this? The answer B is set. What? Formation of the arc on the southern European, then the collision of the Indian Eurasian continental, formation of main central thrust, and the formation of main boundary. The answer B is the correct of this question. Yes, point of North America is Mount Everest, Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount McKinley, or Elbrus. Now, Mount Everest in Asia, Mount Kilimanjaro in in Africa. It is the highest peak of Africa. Elbrus is the highest peak of Europe. It is the highest peak of Asia and the world also. The answer is Mount McKinley. It is a part of the Rocky Mountain. Actually, it's found in the Alaska range, which is a part of North America, and that is the Mount McKinley, 6,194. It is the highest peak of North America. The following mountains are formed due to the force generated by the endogenetic forces. For example, when two plates collide and the edges clump. Folded mountain, block mountain, volcanic mountain, discrete mountain. The answer is A. Folded mountain. Folded mountains are found when the two plates collide with each other and the sediments uprises. Take the examples of Himalaya. When Indo-Australian plate collide with the Eurasian plate, what happened? The sediment of the Thetis uprises and it formed Himalaya regions. Which of the following mountains are found when the great blocks of the earth crust may be raised or lowered? Folded mountain, block mountain, volcanic mountain. Is the answer B is the block mountain. Block mountains represented the upstanding parts of the ground between two faults. If you take this example of this is the A, B, C, and that is the fault. One due to the upliftment of this part or this part, what happened? A pictures like that formed. So, okay, this is known as host or also known as the block mountain. This happened when this middle part uprises. Now the other, if you see the other picture also, what happened? If the middle part is stable and pictures comes like that also, same like that, if the middle part is stable and the side part goes down, what happened? A mountains like form that is known as the host or a block mountain. Third situation is that the middle part, this side, lower side part may be the stable like that, this like, and the lower part, middle part goes down, then it create rift valley, and these are the example of block mountain. Black forest of Europe and the salt range of Pakistan, Sierra Nevada mountain of California are the most important examples of block mountain in the world. Which of the following mountain is a block mountain? Sierra Nevada, Rocky Mountain, Mount Fuji, Mount Mauna Loa. This is folded mountain. This is volcanic mountain, and the answer is Sierra Nevada. This is the location of Sierra Nevada of North America. Here see this is the Rocky Mountain, and that is the coastal range, and between it's found is the block mountain, and that is the Great Basin. You say that is a Great Basin, and this is the example of the block mountain. The following mountain is the volcanic mountain: Himalayan mountain, Mount Fuji, Aravalli mountain, Rocky mountain. The answer B, Mount Fuji. Yes, this is the picture of Japan, and that is a Mount Fuji, which is the example of volcanic mountain.